Everybody, how's it going? It's me, Brandon, back again with my second part of my E3 predictions for 2018. The first part was Microsoft's or Xbox's, and now this one is going to be about Nintendo. So let's go ahead and start these predictions. I definitely think Nintendo's going to go ahead and fully acknowledge how popular the Nintendo Switch is and what a powerhouse and behemoth this thing is, for the fact that it is portable and it can play a majority of the current gen games. Yes, I know there are 5-year-old ports of the Wii U and just 5-year-old ports in general from the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. However, the fact that I can play some of these games on the go is really mind-blowing, and I think Nintendo just needs to go ahead and fully be like, yes, we know you love Dragon Ball FighterZ that just came out, but we're gonna make it portable. Something like that. I think if they keep going full throttle, they're gonna do an amazing job this year at E3. They're going to talk a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch online services, and maybe add a couple additional modes such as a native party chat option, so we don't longer need to plug in my phone, plug it into that computer over there or whatever and make it all work somehow. Nope, just let me have my wired headset, plug it into the Switch, let it work. Amazing, right? I think stuff like that would be perfect, and just to have Nintendo have a really basic feature nowadays, especially in 2018, on the Nintendo Switch. Then I think, obviously, we're going to be hearing about a lot of games, but I think we're going to be hearing some more information on Pokemon Let's Go. So yes, there was a game announced last week called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and these are somewhat of a light reboot, reimagining of Pokemon Yellow. So in these games you do get a starter. The starter, depending on the version you pick, is Pikachu or Eevee. They cannot be evolved. They are your starter. You can customize them appearance-wise. You can get them little costumes and all that other stuff. So from what I know, it is Pokemon Yellow, but there are no wild Pokemon battles. The only way when you see a wild Pokemon, you do catch it, and they did make this cool thing called a Poke device, and it looks like a Pokeball and has a joystick and vibrates and all that other stuff. Looks awesome. Can't wait for that. I just want them to break it down a little bit more, see what really this Let's Go game is, and how crazy awesome it can really be, and how are the legendaries going to work, how are stuff like that going to work, because as a big Pokemon fan, I just want to know more. I'm already sold on it. I'm definitely buying the Poke device or whatever it's called. I cannot wait, but I think if we just get more information on Pokemon Let's Go, you're just going to sell the audience even more. I think it's a really good idea that it's possible we could get another Mario sports game. I'm not too sure where or what it could be. I know we're getting Mario Tennis Aces in about another 2 or 3 weeks. It's after E3, of course, but the playable online demo was this past weekend, and it was quite a bit of fun. I played a little bit of it, maybe like 10-15 minutes. I thought it was fun. I'm excited for it, but nothing too much. I would love a Mario Baseball on Switch, because I love Mario Baseball to death. I also think we're going to be seeing the wonderful 101. It's going to be a re-reveal, and then I think we're going to get the final Wii U ports. And what I mean by that is that there's a couple games that I thought were really perfect to come over to the Switch that didn't, and of course they would probably get a better following on the Nintendo Switch. So obviously Wonderful 101 would be a re-reveal, possibly like a definitive edition, even maybe added on stuff. And then I think the final Wii U ports would be Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is a game I really enjoyed, and I do want on Switch really bad, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which was a game I didn't play on the Wii U. I really wanted it. It is basically Persona, and it is also Fire Emblem together. It's really interesting. It looked awesome. I know the Wii U version got censored in America, but I think if they were to put it on the Switch, they would do the uncensored Japanese version or whatever, and I think it would be really cool. Maybe even they would do a dub of it. I'm not sure. Whatever, if it could just come on Switch, I think that would be so cool. Following those Wii U ports, I think they will show official Bayonetta 3 gameplay, maybe a release window, but with Bayonetta 3 being teased at the Game Awards in 2017, this past December, I think that game was awesome. I think it's going to be an incredible. Bayonetta 1 and 2 are amazing. And the fact that Bayonetta is a Nintendo-owned IP character, like, that is nuts that Nintendo owns an exclusive of that kind of character. It's amazing. And she was also in Smash Brothers, which is crazy. So I think Bayonetta 3 will definitely make an appearance, or if not, I really hope so. There was rumors that Retro Studios, the people who make the Donkey Kong Country Return games and also the Metroid Prime trilogy, are working on some form of a Star Fox Racing. I'm not sure if that's real or not. It sounds pretty strange, but I threw it in there just in case, just to cover some bases. A Star Fox Racing game, I can see that being pretty cool, but like, I'd rather just have F-Zero, and I hope F-Zero shows up, but who knows. I think they are also going to address Pokemon for 2019, because they did say that there's a mainline Pokemon game coming in 2019, so I think they will just brush upon it a little bit. There's a special gift in Pokemon Let's Go, and I think that special gift is going to be a special Pokemon from Gen 8. So I think that would be a smart idea. We'll see at E3. I would love it for them to finally go ahead and show off Fire Emblem on the Nintendo Switch. They said one is coming to the Nintendo Switch, I believe, last year, and we still haven't heard anything about it. I think when we finally see it, it's going to be really awesome, and I'm really hoping it's finally at this E3. I think Fire Emblem Warriors did a really good job at bringing everything we know of Fire Emblem on the 3DS, and even the cutscenes and all that stuff, and they really made the characters look perfect in 3D, so just to see a traditional Fire Emblem game on the Nintendo Switch would be absolutely amazing, especially with all of the great advancements they did in the past couple Fire Emblem games, such as Fates and Shadows of Valencia. I assume there will be a small indie showcase. I assume there's going to be a small indie showcase for almost all of the big companies, but I think Nintendo will show a little bit more of their special independent games being made for the Nintendo Switch. It is a very popular system for indies, so I'm very curious to see what will be shown. If there's anything special, maybe we will finally see Pocket Rumble. Who knows? But I think indies is definitely a good idea for what's to be shown during that E3 Direct. Now, on my final two notes before my pipe dream segment, I want to include that I really hope, this could be in my pipe dream, but I'm just going to say, Kid Icarus Uprising 2, please. That game's so good. I think it is honestly one of the best 3DS games, one of the best Nintendo games I've played in years. That game was so good, and it really needs either a port with the dual thumbstick controls or just a sequel with dual thumbstick controls. It's so good. Pit is an amazing character, of course, with Palutena and Dark Pit. We need just more of those guys. So for my final two notes, obviously Smash 5 will be shown, or Smash 4.5, whatever it's going to be called, and I think there's going to be a breakdown of what it is, what is the difference between this and the Wii U and 3DS versions, and then if they are not a sequel and it is just a Smash 4.5 or whatever, I want them to just discuss some new stuff, and of course with a Smash announcement I want to see new characters. King K. Rool, please. Some other cool characters, some great guest characters. Of course, I assume there's probably going to be some crazy guest for E3. Who knows? Really hoping it's Smash 5 though, because that reveal trailer back in that Direct months ago seemed really different from Smash 4, and I think that would be a good direction. I'm not even that crazy about Smash. I don't get this like insane hype that people get. It is a very fun game. I totally get it, but I'd rather play these other single player games. And then that leads me to what Nintendo is going to close with for their Direct. I think almost all these press conferences are going to end with a, okay, everybody, good job, this is what we have, I'm so happy. Oh, but wait, there's one more thing. And I think Xbox is going to do it, I think Sony's going to do it, and I think definitely Nintendo's going to do it. And the game for Nintendo, I think, is going to be Metroid Prime 4. It was shown off last year at E3, and I went insane. I couldn't believe it. Metroid, as you can see right here, Metroid is one of my favorite series. just in video games in general. I think Samus and Ridley and the whole world of Metroid is so weird, and especially for a Nintendo game, it's very strange. And I just played Metroid Prime finally for the first time last summer. I couldn't get into the Prime games, but I played one, and it was really good. I can't believe I haven't played it any sooner. I'm more of a 2D Metroid guy, but with that being said, I think the ending for that E3 presentation is going to be gameplay and a release window for Metroid Prime 4. And I'm really excited to see that game. I can't wait. The fact that we can play this stuff portable and see it on the TV and all it's just Metroid's back too. Like, it's so cool. So those are my predictions. But now on to my pipe dream predictions. For my pipe dream, the first one is a 2D Metroid for the Nintendo Switch. I thought Nintendo's return to 2D Metroid games with Samus Returns was incredible. They added everything that you really needed. I love the scanning feature, so sometimes you would get stuck in the older Metroid games and I'm like, oh my god, I really got to pull out a guide, come on. But now you had that button, you could just pulse and it would give you a hint, kind of, and it made it a little bit easier for you to traverse. Some people didn't like it, but some people did. There's also a counter button. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But I thought for a majority of the new things in Samus Returns was really good. And I would love to see maybe a Fusion HD, maybe a Super Metroid HD. I don't know. I think it would just be really cool to see a 2D Metroid come back. Not necessarily come back because it is back, but just to see a 2D Metroid on a big Nintendo platform again. I think that'd be really exciting. Or maybe even a Samus Returns port to the Nintendo Switch, which would also be really cool. I totally pick it up again. And for my next game is definitely, in some way, some form, a Donkey Kong 64 2 or a Donkey Kong Switch or something like that, where it is a third person. I'm not necessarily saying a collectathon, but something with Donkey Kong that is a third person, similar way to 64. So maybe like a Donkey Kong 64 where it's like Mario 64, where it's more of a platformer. I don't know. I love the character of Donkey Kong, and I love all of the supporting characters and Diddy and all those K. Rool. And I think the Country Return games are great, but I do need something to like shake up the Donkey Kong formula again. And I think a 3D platformer would be really cool, and bring back those coconut guns. There's a lot of stuff Nintendo could do. They're full of surprises. They have a lot of IP. I'm just hoping that all these companies this year do a really good job. And Nintendo, I think, if they just keep firing on all cylinders, we're going to have one other amazing E3, similar to last year. We're probably also going to see something about Yoshi too, I would assume, because it's been quite a while since we've seen that. That is the end of my E3 2018 Nintendo predictions. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you're trying to find me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram as the Wednesdaynator. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if you're not a subscriber but enjoyed this content today, please consider subscribing for more upcoming content. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm really excited for Nintendo's E3 conference. We have one more prediction video coming, and that is Sonys, which will be out immediately after this one. So I really hope you enjoy that. E3 is coming up, and I cannot wait. I will see you all next time.